Hi everybody, welcome to My Big Tidy Up. Now if this is your first time finding my channel out there in YouTube land, well hello, I'm glad you found me. My name is DeDe and on this channel I like to focus on decluttering, organizing, simple DIYs, home decorating, tips and tricks that'll make our life easier. Oh, every now and again I'll throw a day in the life in there, and sometimes I even take this show on the road and organize spaces that aren't my own. But speaking of organizing, that's what I'm going to be focusing on today. Today, I'm going to do an organizational reset in some areas of my home. Now, I've got a few new products I want to try to see if that'll keep these areas a little more organized. And you know what? I've got some old things I'm going to bring back out. So it's going to be a little combination of old and new, and I'm going to get these spaces organized and find a system that works better than what's going on right now. I appreciate you joining me today. Thanks for being here. So without any further ado, let's get organizing and let's get this place tidy. Okay, tidy uppers, now I've come down to the basement to go ahead and start my first reset. And I'm sure you guys are like, what are you doing down in the basement? You just did those cabinets. Well, I did, but I do have this cabinet over here that needs reset, and I'll explain why. When I open it up, it's probably not going to look that bad to you, but it really is bad because it's not convenient, and I'll explain why. Now down here in the basement is where we do all of our arts and crafts with our grandson. Not like crafting projects I would do to make something for the home, but like our little projects with our grandson. So I've got all of the markers and all of these things here. I've got some paper, which, remember this paper, you guys? I just found it behind a drawer when I was doing a declutter just a few weeks ago down here. But here is the problem with the craft supplies. All of my craft supplies that I use are upstairs in the My Big Tidy Up closet. So what I'm doing is kind of transferring a baggie. I'll bring a baggie down of what we're going to do that day. And so since we use a lot of the same things, I'm just going to use a little organizer, and I'm going to keep what we use the most down here. That way, every time we do a craft, I'm not running upstairs to go find what we need. So I'm going to find a little organizer, and then I'm going to get some kind of container to keep this paper just a little bit better. So that's my first project. Okay, I've made it upstairs here to the My Big Tidy Up closet. And right here is really the majority of all of my craft supplies. Now the thing is, most of these craft supplies aren't like for children and children's crafts. They're more adult craft supplies. So I really do use just a small portion of this for my grandson. But what I'm thinking I'm going to try is, I just recently redid my office, and I bought a couple of containers from Hobby Lobby, and this was a small one I didn't use. And so I've kind of adjusted the little containers that were in the big one. And I think I'm going to try this. Now, it's not real big for craft supplies, but he's not real big. So as he gets older, I might need more, but I'm going to try to fill this with the craft supplies that I use all the time out of here and what's in the baggie already. And then I am going to try this for the paper. That way I'm not running up and down for paper all the time. I'm just going to take the majority, what's going to fit in this container, and fill it with colored paper and that other big paper that I found behind the drawer. And we'll see if this will keep me a little more organized and a little fewer trips upstairs when we're crafting. Now, as I'm going through this video and editing it, I realize this video is just getting started right here, and I have said the word craft or craft supplies like 10 times already. And so I need to give you guys a disclaimer, especially if you're new here. Just because I've said the word doesn't mean I'm real crafty. Now, I do have friends that are great at crafts, and they do craft shows and make beautiful items for the home. Well, That's not me. Now, I did work in education for 23 years, so I do know a little bit about children's crafts, and that's really kind of my jam. I just wanted to clarify, if you think you've tuned in to a big crafting channel, I'm sorry to disappoint. That's not me. Now, this little flat box with the hinge lid is part of a set that I've had for probably 2 years that I picked up from Costco. They came in a set of 5. You got like a clear one, green, pink, orange, and yellow. And I actually use these a lot. The majority of them I keep in my office, and I keep them with office supplies. And I was in Costco the other day, and they have something very similar to this. It's kind of a different color scheme, but if you're on the lookout for something like this, Costco has you covered.
Like I wanna get shut and glued and over my grave. I'm gonna get played, but you make me go na 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 like I'm under your feet, so screwed. I'm gonna get smashed, I want it so bad, 'cause you make me go na 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 na.
Okay, project number 2. Now I'm in the laundry room, and this cabinet here you guys have seen before. I keep extra cleaning products in here, and actually I have cleaning products all throughout my house. I love cleaning products. And then underneath the sink here, I have more cleaning products in the back. And then in these baskets, I kind of have different cleaning tools, different gloves, different rags, just things I use for deep cleaning. Well, also in the back, I have this drink decanter. And it's kind of like a lone wolf out here by itself. Well, one thing you haven't seen is this other side right here. This cabinet here. And actually, it's not a cabinet at all. It is a laundry chute that we don't use and we have never used. It's actually kind of blocked upstairs, and it's in the hallway, and it's hard to get to. And if I'm gonna walk my clothes out to the hallway, I might as well just walk them on down here and put them in the laundry room. So this has never been used, and I have all of this vertical space. So what I'm gonna use is this drawer set. And I went and looked, and I've had this for 9 months. And I know how long I've had it because I did a My Big Tidy Up on the go, where I did a family's 2 closets. And I bought 3 of these to take with me, and I only used 2. And I've had it all this time because somewhere along the line, I lost a wheel. And so I've only had these 3 wheels. So I've kept it upstairs in the guest bedroom closet thinking, oh, I'll use it one day. Well, I think today's the day because I've measured and it should fit in here, but we all know how I am with measuring, not always so good. But what I'm planning on doing is taking like the tea maker, the rice maker, putting these bigger appliances down here on this one side to the left, and then everything in the basket, all the cleaning tools, I'm gonna go and store here. You guys, I have always said, if you need space, go vertical. So I'm really gonna try to go vertical, and we'll just see how this works out.
But I can't when I'm with you. I need to find my way.
Now, of all the things I did today, this was the most time consuming, removing this stinking label. And I know, friends, there are a lot of tips and tricks to removing sticky labels, but I promise you, I was doing them all. I took the drawer out and I laid a hot wet towel over it to kind of loosen it up. No go. I used the hair dryer. I used Goo Gone. I used essential oils. I was doing all the things, I promise, but it just had a mind of its own. And it just took time and patience, of which neither of those I'm known for. But I will tell you, after all the cleaners and the essential oils, these drawers smelt fabulous.
But you can't when you're with me.
Now, when I decided I was going to give this a quick wipe down before I loaded the drawers, I thought, I'm just going to wipe as high as I can reach. I'm not going to go find the step stool and try to shimmy my way up into the laundry chute to clean it. Well, after I got it completely loaded, it occurred to me I could have just used my Swiffer mop. I say go vertical. I just could have vertically mopped up and down and taken care of it. But I had that brilliant idea after it was completely loaded. I do that a lot. I have brilliant ideas after the fact. Does anyone else have that? Or do you have something where you think, oh, I should have said that, but it's too late? That's the story of my life.
Didn't I wait for you? Yeah. Didn't I say I'm sorry? Didn't I do the best I could? I could. You have high expectations. Oh, I know that you've explained it. How I should prove myself to you. If I could have a day without no worries.
Okay, I think I've got the top cabinet done except for putting this drawer back. Now I did have to tweak it a little bit because initially I thought I'll just keep the Swiffer pads in this bottom one. I'll put the disposable ones and the washable ones, but it really was a waste of good space. And that top drawer with all the tools was kind of crowded. So what I did was I just brought the gloves down, and I'm going to keep the gloves in the back. And it's really not going to be inconvenient because I don't use those that often. So I'll just put this up top and then I'll start the bottom, and then I think this project will be done.
I wait for you? Didn't I say I'm sorry? Didn't I do the best I could? You have high expectations. Don't I know that you've explained it? How I should prove myself to you. But I can't when I'm with you. I need to laugh again. But I can't when I'm with you. I need to find my way by myself. I cannot wait until you hear my story. I cannot wait until I burst. If I could have a day without no worries, maybe I figured out a way to stay. Didn't I put you first? Didn't I reassure you? Did you ever do those things for me? I don't mind complicated, but the line is crossed. I'm waiting for a sincere apology. But you can't when you're with me. You need to find a way. But you can't when you're with me.
Okay, I've got everything back in the cabinets except these things right here. Now this soap I didn't put back up because I know if I go and fill all the soap dispensers in the house, it'll be empty. And Lysol, I can use another one upstairs. These baskets, I just have to wash these up and then I'll have extra containers for the next project, whatever that is. And then this adapter really doesn't belong in the house. It's going to the garage. It's not anything I can use here in the house. And the magic erasers, I did go ahead and put those right there. It was a big box and there wasn't that many in there, so I just left those there. But everything else is put away.
I'm thinking back on all those times when I felt closed off from all that I could become. Eager but too scared to climb. Wanted to please my friends, but it felt like the end of myself. I was shut down and all drained out. I was lost, so I had to change. Yeah, I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness they turned on me. But now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am. This is who I am now. No matter what they saying. This is who I am. This is who I am now. They think that I have lost my mind, that I'm not being true, but they don't have a clue. 'Cause this is me when I cut out all the shallowness and everything I suppress to fit in a small frame. But I won't play your game anymore, so I had to change. Yeah, I shook off all the bad vibes, cut me loose from the pettiness they turned on me. But now I am perfectly free to be me. This is who I am. This is who I am now. No matter what they saying. This is who I am. This is who I am now.
Okay, final project for today. And I don't even know if I can classify this as a project because this is a quick fix. It'll be the simplest thing I do all day. But some time ago, if you guys remember, I did a major declutter on this closet and I've been able to maintain it. Actually, it looks better than it did the day I decluttered it. But the only thing that I have added lately is this basket with all of my scarves in it. Now, because it's been so cold, I'm not normally a scarf person, but I've been wearing them a lot. Well, I just got this basket and I thought I would be able to see things. It's a little tight, but the biggest problem is that it has these sharp little edges. So every time I pull a scarf out or I'm trying to dig around and find something, I'm catching the scarves and snagging the scarves. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go upstairs, I'm gonna find a clear container that I already have, and I'm just gonna switch this out for a clear container or something smooth. With any luck, I'll find a smooth container that's clear so I can see it and not damage my scarves all at the same time.
Thinking back on all those times when I felt close to find.
I can already tell this container I had from Ollie's is going to work so much better. It's clear, so I'll be able to see everything. It's got handles and I can pull it down easily. And the other basket, well, it can go back to being what it has been, just a basket more for decor instead of storage. Well, Tidy Uppers, that's it for today. I hope hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it gave you some inspiration or some motivation to kind of do a little reorganizing and do some resets in your own home. Now, I truly believe the majority of us are pretty organized people. So if you've got some disorganization, it's probably because you haven't got the right system for you yet. So don't get discouraged. Keep trying, switch things up, use something you already have and just use it in a different way. I appreciate you joining me today. Please take care of yourself, and until I see you next time, stay tidy.